Hello, I am back from the grave. Yeah, sorry for being silent for 2 months, guys. I was on the other side of the Atlantic, enjoying the wonderful weather of Costa Rica. Wasn't vacation though, it was for work. Anyway, hello. Let's talk about the Brisbane, the new certain Commonwealth cruiser. So, the Brisbane should be available starting from the 9th, I guess, in a special web campaign alongside the Captain Matilda Kelly. Now, for some reason, the captain was named Ain Bonny before, very famous pirate from the Caribbean. But yeah, now it's all of a sudden renamed with some made-up name. So I guess it was some legal shenanigans going on. Doesn't matter. But yeah, both of them will be available in a special web campaign, and you will have missions, you collect the tokens, etc, etc. And then you can buy them in the armory. After that, Brisbane will be available later on in the armory for coal, but for how much and when, I have absolutely no idea. In any case, is she even worth the effort of that web campaign? Well, honestly, yes, very much so. She is definitely worth working for it. Now, where is Brisbane exactly? Well, I guess that's if you looked closely, she resembles quite a lot to Minotaur. And well, she's basically her sister ship, so to say. But Commonwealth flavored. As in, overall it's quite a different ship from Minotaur. Biggest difference is that she doesn't have access to the smoke generator. Actually, no. That would be the second biggest difference. Now, the first big difference is the fact that she has access to HE, which is pretty enjoyable. You're not getting griefed, so to say, when there is anything angling towards you. You can just switch to HE, and you enjoy an actually pretty good damage output with it. You also have the 30 meters of penetration. Our starting capacity is pretty good as well, so yeah, so far so good. Of course, you keep the high rate of... No, isn't as high of a rate of fire as the Minotaur, but she's still pumping out quite a lot of shells. Also, yeah, as I was saying, she doesn't have access to a smoke generator, which is pretty substantial for most people, because people generally prefer to just sit in smoke with the Minotaur and farm damage from safety. But with Brisbane, you will have to work a bit more to get your damage done and to get the impact on the game. Yeah, also, I need to mention it. While she does have access to HE, she sadly only has standard AP shells, as in no improved penetration angles, no special AP fuse timer, nothing of that. She has fully standard AP shells. A bit like Belfast's, when you think about it. Now, to be honest, it's a fair trade, because having both HE and improved AP shells would be a bit too much, I would say. No, thankfully, don't worry, she's doing more than fine with just HE shells and standard AP. Also, even though she doesn't have the smoke generator, well, she has a pretty good radar, actually. In the first place, it has 12 kilometers of range, whereas her consumption goes down to 9.8 kilometers. So, yeah, you casually have more than 2 kilometers of buffer zone, which means that the moment you are spotted, the destroyer in front of you is just completely as deep into that radar range. Sadly, you don't have much time to get use of it because it's a pretty short duration of... base duration is 20 seconds, so I guess you can push it to 28? That should be 28 seconds. So yeah, you better aim properly if you want to get the max out of it. And also make sure that there will be allies in range to capitalize on your spotting and not shooting whatever the hell will be 10 kilometers behind. So yeah, when it comes to firepower and our capacity to, let's say that, to deny areas or to hunt destroyers, so far so good. Was definitely nothing of a disappointment. Now you will maybe have some troubles to get hits on long range, with especially on fast-moving cruisers or destroyers, but I mean that's basically the norm when using 152mm guns, so yeah, not a big deal. Otherwise, the other big difference with Minotaur is that Brisbane is kind of a torpedo cruiser. And a proper torpedo cruiser, not that pile of garbage called Yodo. No, this time you have torpedoes that will actually work against more than just battleships sailing broadside or large cruisers. The reaction time on them is at 7.45 seconds. So pretty big difference compared to Yodo or, for example, also Yoshino when you are talking about cruisers with long range torpedoes. For Yoshino, it's straight up 15 seconds of reaction time with her 20km torpedoes, and for Yodo she goes at 10.55 seconds, which is just pretty horrific considering the speed of her torpedoes. And even with 15km of range, yeah. Let's just stop talking about Yodo. That thing just, yeah, it exists. Let's at least acknowledge that. Now, when it comes to Brisbane, she has the third best torpedo range of the game for Titan cruisers at 13.5km, which is already pretty nice. And also, compared to the Minotaur, she has 10 torpedoes per side. When you combine it with her great agility, you know, she's just like the Minotaur, she has a pretty tight turning radius. So she can just easily do a 180 and drop the rest of her torpedoes on the target for 20 torpedoes in the water, which is pretty effective for our denial. And she does all that without massively trading in firepower like the Yodo of the Jesus Christ, the Yodo or the Jinan, or even survivability as well, because yeah, as you can see, she even has the specialized Reaper party from Minotaur. So yeah, great, well, not great, good firepower, great torpedo power. Well, great survivability except for the armor, as you just saw. Yeah, she has the... Well, she has the same hull as Minotaur, of course, so she has the huge citadel, she has the 16mm of casemate protection. So obviously, watch your surroundings. Because if you don't, it's just straight back to port. Yeah, she might have the super heal, but she doesn't forgive too much when it comes to positioning and angling. When you do keep that in mind though, she's genuinely a ship that absolutely doesn't disappoint. Great performances all across the board. And also, since the start of the game, there is the poor Malta having fun. Yeah, she has also really damn strong anti-air, as in the medium range. Well, just a matter of she has the 6.9 kilometers of air range for the long range anti-air. She has the 4 kilometers medium range, and also that medium range has the highest DPS of all tier 10 cruisers. So yeah, all across the board, Brisbane presents a pretty damn solid package. I don't know how hard it will be with that web campaign, but if you have the time and the motivation for it, yeah, she's like 2 billion% worth it. An incredibly pleasant experience for a web campaign ship. Now, obviously, it won't be for everyone. Let's be honest, the skill floor is pretty high with this ship, but she's genuinely pretty damn strong. Also, yeah, because now that's also something more than worth mentioning. Compared to the Minotaur, who suffers with shipborne depth charges, Brisbane actually has anti-submarine airstrikes, which is a pretty big deal when you think about it, because the Minotaur, she's definitely not the fastest cruisers around. So by the time you somehow catch up with a submarine in your surrounding, the guy either disappeared or is ready to just shotgun your face with torpedoes. Whereas the Brisbane, nope, she can just stay at, what is it, 8 kilometers? And just enjoy dropping a lovely depth charges from a safe distance. Now, why does she get that while the Minotaur can just cry with shipborne depth charges? Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Like, depth charges are such a massive mess, honestly, in terms of balancing. I don't even bother anymore. But yeah, outside of the obvious downside of her armor protection, Brisbane just doesn't disappoint. A very pleasant, very solid cruiser, both able to do torpedo play in case you're low HP or need to just stay quiet for a while. Effective aerial denial with a radar as well, just for DD hunting as a whole. And even for dealing damage as long as you can angle properly or wiggle around. Yeah, she also is doing more than fine. So yeah, what else to say? Just go for this ship if you can. Of course, you could wait for her being available for call, but anyway, that's all for me, guys.